Everyone, and welcome to this week's St. Luke's video update. We are still celebrating the season of Easter at St. Luke's with our Christian brothers and sisters across the world. Easter goes on for 50 days, not just for one Sunday. And on the third Sunday of Easter every year, we call that Good Shepherd Sunday. And we remember the image of God as a shepherd, and we read our favorite psalm, Psalm 23. God is my shepherd, I shall not want. God makes me lie down in green pastures. God leads me beside the still waters. God restores my soul. Except I think the line that we'll zero in on this year is the one we have found ourselves reciting far too many times in recent years, and again this week. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil, for thou art with me. It feels like we've had one crisis after another in our church and in our world in recent months. And yet, we keep saying to one another, even though we walk through these valleys of the shadow of death, we will not fear, for God is with us. The gospel text that we'll read also alludes to the Good Shepherd and says that no one can snatch us from God's hand. In wake of the news this week out of West Texas, out of Boston, and out of earthquakes in Iran and Pakistan, we need to hear that promise again. Many of you know that I served at the Old South Church in Boston before I served here at St. Luke's, a church that sits atop the finish line. And I've watched their witness this week with great boldness and hope. And they have proclaimed with their banners flying high from the tower over the finish line, over the site of the explosion, that life does continue, that grace continues, that help and love are what persist in the face of this tragedy. That's what we'll come together to remember on Sunday, that though we walk through the valley of the shadow of death, we fear no evil, for God is yet with us, and we can walk strong together. See you Sunday at St. Luke's.